Then attach the opposite side, but make sure all of your boards are still in alignment so that it's even on each side. Now take the 2 remaining 8-inch boards and we want to slide them in on the opposite side and attach them as well. With everything now attached, we need to determine which is the top side. Find the side that actually has this small little gap. It should be about an inch there, and that is going to be our top. So now let's flip this onto its side. Then counting down from the top, we want to go 1, 2, 3 with the 3rd strips that we put in. Then grab that 8-inch board or strip that we have left over. It should be the last loose piece. And we're going to put it on the bottom side of the 3rd section of strips that we put down there. And once it's in place, we need to add some nails or screws so it doesn't move either. And our project is now complete. Any guesses on what it is? Let me show you. I love getting these little plastic bins. They're inexpensive and I think they're originally designed for like shoe storage, but I love putting a bunch of different stuff in them. Now this will allow you to slide them into place and they will stick out just a little bit from the front of the setup, especially when it's pressed against a wall. And I did that design on purpose because it allows just a little bit of light to come in from the sides and you can see what's in it really easily. I hope you like this design and I hope you get a chance to make one. For project number 3, we're going to need 2 cedar pickets. Before I make my first cut, I want to show you what I'm doing so we can save a little bit of time, hopefully, and we can save a little bit of wood. Now, I need a 45-degree angle cut on this first set, and I'm actually going to cut 2 boards at once, and first cut is going to be at 15.5 inches. And since this board is 5.5 across, that should leave me 10 inches on the other side. Let me make this cut and I'll show you what I mean. But make sure you change your saw to 45 degrees. Then after making that first cut, I've straightened my saw back out so it's at 0 degrees and I'm going to stretch these boards over, take the ones I just cut, lay them on top, make a mark exactly where the end of that is, and then cut that off right at 90 degrees. Here are those 4 boards we just cut. This side's 15.5, this side is 10. Now we need to repeat this process for 4 more boards, except instead of 15.5, it'll only be 10 on this side, and instead of 10 on this side, it'll be 4.5. With all these cuts made, let's do a temporary assembly just to make sure everything's going to fit together. We're going to start off with 1 board, then take the 2nd board here and make sure that the side of it is flush with the bottom of the first one. Take the 3rd board and make sure the side of it is flush with the bottom of the 2nd, and the 4th flush with the bottom of the 3rd. Then we're going to grab the smaller boards and we're going to have it so that it creates kind of a triangle in the end there. And then just repeat that process over and over again until everything is in place. In the process of assembling this, if you find out that your boards don't match very well in the corners, if they're just a little bit off, like this one is just a little bit off, maybe a millimeter off, it's not that big a deal. But if you find out that the cuts are way off, then I'd suggest maybe recutting your wood because you want that to really be close. Also, look at the way everything kind of lines up color-wise. If you prefer to have similar pieces, say like these 2 together so that the light ones are touching in the center, that's totally up to you. I prefer to have the contrasting colors just because it seems to stand out a little bit more in the shape. But that is totally up to you. To hold all of this together, you have a few options. You could glue everything together. Now, of course, be careful, make sure everything stays in alignment in the process of trying to clamp it together. That could work. Or you could use a thin piece of plywood on the backing and possibly nail or screw or even just glue it to it. Another option would actually be to try and use pocket screws. Now, it could be a little bit tight, especially since this wood is a little on the thinner side, but I do know they have a setup that you can use for these smaller pieces, but again, that's totally up to you. And I was planning on using pocket screws to attach this together, and I went ahead and attached this one, but then I realized I don't have enough screws to finish this project. Don't you hate it when you're in the middle of something and you realize, I'm gonna have to go back to the store or order something online just to finish this? Well, that happens, and in this case, it did. But these are 1-inch screws, and they worked great for this setup, as you can see there. Now, even though I wasn't able to fully attach everything together, I hope you can see the design in this and just how radiant it is. It looks like a sun or a star. This would look great going up on your wall in a lot of homes. So I hope you have a chance to make one.